Right, it's Martin here from Steffi Bull Promotions. Delighted with our next guest, Kirsty Hill. She'll be fighting on another one of Steffi's amazing shows on the 2nd of October. Kirsty, thank you very much for joining us.
All right, thanks for having me.
So boxing's back. It's so exciting. Like we have seen a lot of fights. We've seen Eddie Earn's back garden shows. We've seen Frank Warren's, but now we get to see Steffi Bull Promotions show. Have you actually been to one of these shows yet?
I haven't, but I've heard great things about them, so I'm really excited to get on one. To be fair, yeah, really looking forward to it. Should be a good venue as well, the Magna.
Yeah, I think that was where Terry Harper won her first world title. I think it was the Magna.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
Magna. Unbelievable atmosphere. I would go, and not just because I know Steffi and Ryan, but I would go as far to say as these boxing shows should be televised, because the fight, the fights are fantastic, the atmosphere is fantastic, the way the whole night is run is absolutely fantastic. So the 2nd of October, I can't wait. So just give us a bit of background, Kirsty, of what made you get into boxing.
God, I used to play football years ago. Boxing is something I always wanted to try, and when I was at university, they had freshers fair with all the different stands of a few different sports and stuff you could try. And I thought, do you know what, I'm going to go and give it a go. It'll be really good for my fitness. And I did my first session there, which actually it was fitness testing, which is weird to enjoy that, but I really enjoyed it. I like the atmosphere. I went back the next day, and I've kind of stuck with it since. Gave up the football, hung my boots up and swapped them for boxing gloves.
What position did you play?
I was a defender.
I used to be a defender. Yeah. It's an easy position.
None of this glory, scoring goals or anything. Yes, it's just me in defence.
What, centre back or like a wing back?
I used to mix between centre back or right back. Terrible on my left foot though, so I was never put on that side.
I always used to try it to be up front as an attacking midfielder or up front, and I always used to get put in defence. So I realised that football wasn't for me.
Solid, that's what it is. You were solid.
That's it. I'll take that as a compliment. So when you first walked into that boxing gym, was you intimidated? Was you excited? Because you speak to a lot of people, and as soon as they put the gloves on, it's like something comes over them, and it's like, oh my God, I really want to get into this.
Yeah, I think it's really strange. You're hooked. I think I went with a couple of my housemates at the time, and we all did the session. They didn't go back, but there was just something about it that I loved. Just everything about it, the technique and stuff, and just learning something completely new. And yourself, the fitness from it's great as well. I was the only girl there, and the coach asked me. He kind of said, look, would you be interested in competing? And competing hadn't even crossed my mind. I'd only done 2 sessions. But I said, I'll give it a go, kind of thing. So I kind of progressed through from the university team. I used to train with them, but then I used to go and train with their boxers. And I was the only girl in there, but they did look after me, bless them. And yeah, I don't know what it was, just loved it. I think once you're in and you're hooked, that's it.
So your second boxing session, they asked you to be, so you got to have had something.
I don't know. I think you can see a natural will in people, can't you? Sometimes. I mean, when you look back now at, kind of, there's a video clip somewhere of like my first ever sparring session, and you watch it back, and I watch me back now and think, oh God, that's so cringy, and it was only last week, because when you watch yourself, but yeah, when you watch things like that back, you're like, oh God, but everyone's got to start somewhere. And I think the main thing is if you enjoy it and you stay consistent and you keep going, like I never would have thought I'd achieved what I have to this point, or had, this many fights, let alone turn professional when I walk through them doors. So yeah, just madness, really. Yeah. Love it.
So you said that you've had quite a few fights. So I take it the club that you were at, they turned you amateur, or did you go to another gym, or?
So I was kind of dabbling with it really when I was at university. I had 3 fights for Phil Thomas School of Boxing up in Middlesbrough. And then I kind of finished my course. I moved down to Grimsby and started with a boxing club here with Andy Cox. And I just fell in love with it all over again, and it became a bit more serious. He got me a fight. So I kind of stuck around because I'm from York originally. I only came here for a summer job when I'd finished university, but because I had a fight coming up, I stuck around, got another job, and then it just kind of spiraled out of control. And I'm still here, however many years later, still boxing. And yeah, just turned professional after about just short of 50 amateur fights, I think.
Name some of the opponents. Have you fought any in the amateurs? Have you fought any like name stars that are actually on the scene now, or?
Yeah, so I boxed against, Shannon Courtney, people like that as I've moved through the weights. Louise Orton, she's just turned over. I was actually in the national finals with Louise. So I've boxed against, some good opponents. And you never know, I might see him out there in the professional rankings. I think Louise has got her debut soon, so it'd be good to see. Good to see how she gets on. She's a great boxer. I think she'll do well. But yeah, so you never know, we might be mixing it up again in the professional ranks.
No, definitely. Well, you've only got to look at what Steffi's done with Terry and what he's doing with Raven. So to be not so much boxing for Steffi, but boxing on his shows, there's definitely eyes on these shows. So, like you said, if you're looking to progress with your career, boxing on these shows is definitely going to get you. It's definitely going to get the right eyes on it.
Oh yeah, definitely. They're like you said, they're great shows. I've heard the great shows. I'm really looking forward to. I'm really grateful for the opportunity. To be honest, it'll be by the time I get in there on the 2nd, with COVID and everything, I'll be nearly 2 years out of the ring. So just really excited to get in there. And I know the good shows because I know Steffi. I've sparred with Terry quite a few times. And Raven as well. I know Raven from amateur days, and she's great. So I'll be excited to see. She's got us soon, I think, in September on one of the shows. So that'll be
25th, isn't it?
That'll be good. Yeah, 25th. So it's not long at all because time seems to be flying. It's getting nearer and nearer.
That's the thing. That's what I say to everyone I speak to. Like we've gone 2 years without any shows, but now we're a couple of weeks away, and it's like. It's itchy feet now because it's like everything you've learned over the last 2 weeks. Thinking, do I need more time? Have I out-trained myself? It's one of them. You wait for something so long, and then when it comes, you think, "Oh man, this
it's real soon." Yeah, I haven't got enough time. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. And you think, for the last 2 years, it's like, God, when's boxing back? I mean, you're still training, you're still ticking over. You're either out the gym or training in the back garden, just doing runs, depending on if we're in another lockdown or whatever. It just seems like it was never going to happen, and now it's like, oh God, it's only 5 weeks away, and you think, oh no, it is happening. So yeah, all the nerves come, all the excitement comes, but yeah, it's strange to be back, but really good.
Yeah,
really looking forward to it.
For you because, like you said, you turned over 2 years ago, and you're only getting your debut in a couple in 5 weeks.
Yeah, I think it's been a really interesting time. I think for a lot of people are the same boat, and I think it's trying to keep yourself motivated. So there'll be people all across the country, boxers that have dipped in and out, and it'd be interesting to see how many have kind of really stuck with it through this period or gone back after this period. But now that shows are starting, professional and amateur, I think it'll boom again.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, keeping yourself motivated, that's it, and just having that goal and that focus that it will come back. So you don't want to waste any time, and you just want to tick over ready for when it does happen, and it is happening. So yeah, really looking forward to it.
No, me too. And like we've said time and time again, these shows, like all of Steffi's fighters, they over the pandemic, there's probably been one of the gyms that's been picking itself up, because you've only got to look at some of the fighters. You've got Max Hughes, you've got Terry Harper, you've got Jason Cunningham. Now, obviously you're not fighting for Steffi, but you're fighting on his shows. So like he's getting platforms, looking at him left, right, and centre. So it's the perfect match.
yeah, perfect opportunity really. I couldn't ask for anything better, I suppose, for my debut. Yeah, it'll just be mega. I think Lee Appleyard's boxing on that show as well, so I think there'll be a few good fights. So hopefully I'll get to sit down and watch a few as well, and just kind of soak up the atmosphere and yeah, get that ring rust off and get back in there.
No, definitely. And I hope you don't mind me saying it, like we touched on it earlier. You're not. I tried to say you're not old.
Just say it.
You're not old. You're far from old, but I take it you've got like a plan. Like you're 30 years of age. Is that correct? You're 30 years of age. So
yeah,
you're gonna have to be fat. You're probably gonna want to be. You're gonna probably want to be fast tracked. You're going to be out in October, and then I take it you'll want to be out in like February, because like we said, there's definitely, there's 100%, there's chances out there for the female division. There's more and more boxers about, but they get a lot more chances.
Yeah, there's loads of opportunities, and yeah, I'd love to be fast tracked. Obviously concentrating on getting through them. There's always that thing in the back of your head that thinks, oh, what if it doesn't happen, because you know you've been waiting that long. But no, I think things are looking good for 5 weeks time, so I just want to get in there, get that one done, and hopefully we'll be back out before Christmas and get on another show, and get another one under my belt, and then see where we go from there. But the opportunities, like you said, for females in boxing at the minute are massive, so hopefully we'll be going in the right direction.
What female boxer do you look up to?
Oh, it's got to be Katie Taylor, and really, hasn't it? Like, she's just ace. She for me, you know, just watching her in the Olympics and just seeing how she's come on and what she's done for the female fight game. But there's been some great fights to watch, and you know what, I think it's been a bit of a catalyst, COVID and lockdown, with just having the behind closed doors shows, because there's been quite a few females. Terry's obviously been quite active, Natasha Jonas, you know, there's been a few fighters, Ebony Bridges, Shannon Courtney, Katie Taylor, so there's been some really good fights to watch, which I think's been brilliant. I know more and more boxers are turning over now, so hopefully it'll give it a bit of strength and depth.
100%. I don't like to class a difference between the male and the female, because I don't think there is, because some of the female fighters, honestly, I've watched some of them fights, I'm thinking to myself, wow, I wouldn't want to be in the middle. I wouldn't want to be in the middle of them two, because they actually they put their art, and they put their heart and soul on the line, and obviously the guys do as well, but like the females, I don't know. Sometimes you look at the female fights and you just think, look at Terry versus Natasha Jonas. It was just,
oh, what a quality fight that was.
And you hit the nail on the head. It was quality. It wasn't scrappy. It was just pure. It was quality.
Yeah, from start to finish, it was just good to watch. It was like action packed. Like you said, it was quality. It wasn't scrappy. But I think you mentioned it just then with there's something else. Like, I think for females, because it's almost like we've got that extra fight for the right to be there. So there's just that extra want for it, to kind of earn your place and you know, and put female boxing on the map. Because you're right, it is just boxing. It shouldn't be, in my opinion, male boxing, female boxing. It's just boxing.
Yeah, 100%. Did you watch the Olympics?
I watched some of it. Yeah, I found it quite hard work and things. Oh yeah, Lauren Price.
I thought she was fantastic.
Yeah, she's good. It'd be interesting to see what her next moves are.
Yeah, the guy I go to the gym with, I hadn't really watched that. I was too busy talking about Ben Whittaker and Cal Yafai, and he turned around, he was like, watch the Welsh girl. He went, if any boxer comes to me and says, who do I need to watch to learn how to box? He went, that'd be her. He went, she done absolutely everything.
Yeah. Ben Whittaker as well. He's good. He's with he trains a lot with Joby Clayton, who's Ramla Ali. I do a bit of sparring with her. I know Ramla quite well.
Okay.
He was obviously out there as well, and they've got the same coach. But again, it's that quality to watch, real quality. But yeah, Lauren Price is good. It'd be interesting to see. I'd like to see her in turn professional and see what happens there.
Yeah, I think it's definitely something she's got to do now. She's won the Olympics.
Yeah, it's on the cards. It's got to be kind of the next step.
Yeah, no, definitely. What who would you say your favourite fighter is at the moment? First of all, and I know this is a stupid question, do you actually watch, but like, do you like boxing? Because I come across people, some boxers that don't even watch it. Like they don't.
Do you know what you you're dead on. I do watch it, but I don't watch all of it. I'm a bit of one of them. I do watch the ones I kind of want to watch, but I don't sit and watch a lot of boxing, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why now, because I do enjoy it. It's just one of them things. So I'm probably not the person to ask. You know, if you're talking about boxers that love boxing, you know, they generally watch, you know, from way back when, and then watching like, oh, I remember that fight. I've watched that one from Evander Holyfield, and you know, did you watch this Ali fight? And they talk about boxers, and I'm not a clue. I'll be honest, not a clue.
And what do you do in your spare time?
Spare time, what's that?
Are you like a fitness? Do you do like one-to-ones and like fitness classes?
No, I mean, I help out at the gym sometimes. I used to help coach kids and stuff, but it don't really work out because I work full time as well.
What do you do?
I've got to kind of juggle that. I work in the fire service.
Nice.
So I work in protection in the fire service, so I do that full time. Then obviously train around that. So it's spare time, just like to spend it with the kids and the other half, and go on dog walks and do all that kind of stuff.
No, superb. Sponsors, have you got many sponsors?
I've got a few sponsors actually. I've been quite lucky for this fight coming up. Yeah, I've been really lucky with sponsors, all chipping in, and they'll be coming to the fight as well. So it'd be really good to have them there. Have all their logos on the t-shirts and the shorts and things. So yeah. So massive shout out to them and thank you. I won't list them all.
That's good though that there is some boxers there.
Yeah, it's hard. It is hard.
No, definitely. And the thing is, they've stuck by you over the past couple of years as well. When, let's be honest, there's nothing you couldn't give them anything back.
No, that's what I mean. So the fact that, you know, they'll be coming to the fight and they'll get to see something, because you know, do you know what? It's really hard time for people to say, yeah, do you know what? I'll sponsor you, and you know, we can give you this amount of money to help with kit, or you know, travel costs for sparring, or things like that, or medical costs, because COVID's had a massive effect on everyone financially. So I think it you know, it means that little bit more that people are willing to part with it to kind of help you achieve what you want to do.
Yeah.
Especially while there's not been any action as well. So on that part, it'd be really good on that front as well.
Yeah. And if I was a person that I was looking to sponsor a boxer, why should I sponsor you?
Do you know what? That's a really good question. Do you know what? Just, I know everyone says this, but just sheer determination. I'll 100% put 100% into everything. I'm always at the gym. I'm always training. You know, if I travel to and from work as well. You know, work long hours. So I'm in the gym at like 4 or 5 in the morning sometimes, just to make sure I fit the morning session in. You know, I go to the gym and train after work. You know, I'm always there. I might as well live there. So for a sponsor to sponsor me, they know I'm going to put the time in and not just sack it off and do bits and bobs. You know, I really do go for it and really put 100% in. Just, you know, try and make them proud really, and show it hopefully on the night.
No, that's fantastic. And on the 2nd of October, what are we going to see?
A lot of excitement and smiles, hopefully. Do you know what? Just,
what's your style like? Are you aggressive?
Rounder. I'm more of a counter puncher, to be honest. But you know, you can do that in an aggressive way. We've been working on a few different things. Plenty of movement. Hopefully just show off my boxing ability really. Stop her doing what she wants to do, and box my fight and enjoy it. for 6 rounds. I'm looking forward to getting stuck into 6 rounds. Straight in them, not messing around with 4 rounds. I want 6 rounds under my belt. So yeah, there goes the inevitable.
You're doing well. You're doing well.
I'll shut this door. Hello. All right, team. I'm on an interview. Here we go. Look.
Hi. Oh, he's got a Man City top.
Yeah, I don't know why he's got that on. He should get back out. I'm a United fan.
I'm a Jack Grealish fan. I'm Villa.
In everyone.
Oh, I'm an Aston Villa fan.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, sorry. What do you think about Ronaldo?
What happened there?
What do you think about Ronaldo coming back?
Oh, it's like a kid at Christmas. It's just, yeah. I think. Do you know what? I think for a lot of people, it's kind of brought back their childhood when their childhood hero comes back. I think it's the right move, and I think it'll be really good to have him back in the Premier League. I think it'll definitely spice things up a little bit. But I think if he finishes his career with us, I think that's the right move.
Yeah, definitely. I think you should come to the ring on the 2nd of October with Ronaldo, with a Man United t-shirt with Ronaldo on the back.
I'll just come in the big red devil.
Yeah, that's it. Like the mascot.
Yeah, and then complain that I couldn't box because it was too heavy.
Deontay Wilder, if you're watching.
Yeah.
Kirk, it's been a pleasure speaking to you. I'm really looking forward to meeting you on the 2nd of October. Really looking forward to seeing you in the boxing ring. You're a pleasure to speak to, and thank you very much for giving us some of your time.
Thank you so much for having me.
No problem.
I'm not good at stuff like this, and it's the first one, but hopefully it'll be
amazing.
the first.
Yeah, 100%. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Bye.